Welcome back to Wrestling Space, the #1 channel for everything pro wrestling. I'm your host, and today we're breaking down one of the most shocking announcements in recent WWE history. Wrestling fans, get ready, because AJ Lee, the former Divas champion and wife of CM Punk, is officially returning to WWE, and the stage is set for her comeback on Smackdown in Chicago on September 5th, 2025. This blockbuster news was confirmed directly by WWE after CM Punk and Becky Lynch tore into each other during a brutal Raw segment that left fans chanting AJ's name at the top of their lungs. The energy in Paris during that promo was electric. When Becky Lynch slapped Punk, the entire arena erupted into AJ Lee chants, and that moment alone hinted that something big was about to unfold. And now, in Punk's hometown of Chicago, the pieces are falling into place for one of the most anticipated returns of the decade. This isn't just a surprise appearance. This is a storyline that could ignite into one of WWE's biggest rivalries in years. The question now is simple. Will AJ Lee step back inside the squared circle after nearly 10 years away? And is this setting the stage for a dream feud that involves CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch all colliding at the center of WWE's hottest storyline? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into everything that led to this seismic moment, from the chaos in Paris to the shocking confirmation of AJ's SmackDown return, all the way to WrestlePalooza and what this means for the future of WWE in 2025. So, if you're ready to unpack the drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because you're not going to want to miss a single update. Let's rewind to August 31st, 2025. Clash in Paris. The main event was a fatal four-way for Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship, with CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight in the mix. The Paris La Défense Arena was jam-packed with over 30,000 fans, and the atmosphere was absolutely insane. CM Punk was moments away from hitting the GTS on Rollins and walking away with the gold. But just when it looked like history was about to be made, Becky Lynch struck with a low blow, costing Punk the championship and helping Rollins retain his title. The crowd erupted, not just in boos, but in chants for AJ Lee, with signs in the crowd begging for her return. The camera caught Punk's eyes glancing at one of those signs, and that smirk from Rollins only added fuel to the fire. On the post-show panel, even Big E speculated that AJ Lee might be on her way back, and wrestling insiders immediately began connecting the dots. It became clear that Becky Lynch's interference wasn't random. It was a calculated strike, part of Seth Rollins' dominant faction known as the Vision, a group that includes Lynch herself, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and the ever-scheming Paul Heyman. With Breaker and Reed banned from ringside after attacking Roman Reigns earlier in the night, Lynch stepped in as Rollins' insurance policy. The result? Punk humiliated on the world stage, Rollins retaining his title, and AJ chants echoing across Paris. Fast forward to Raw on September 1st, CM Punk stormed the ring, furious over what had gone down, demanding Rollins face him one-on-one. Instead, it was Becky Lynch who came out, carrying her Women's Intercontinental Championship and soaking in the loud AJ Lee chants from the Paris crowd. She mocked the fans, saying they were chanting for someone who doesn't even work here anymore. Punk didn't hold back either. He fired back, calling Rollins a coward hiding behind his wife, and tensions escalated quickly. The verbal jabs turned personal when Lynch revealed her long-standing resentment over Punk's popularity overshadowing her early career, and then she slapped him across the face multiple times. Punk didn't retaliate, but his warning was clear. She would regret ever putting her hands on him. Backstage, Punk asked Raw GM Adam Pearce, where SmackDown was set to take place. When Pearce said Chicago, Punk cracked a smile that spoke volumes, and fans immediately knew something huge was on the horizon. Not long after, WWE confirmed on social media that AJ Lee would be appearing on SmackDown, sending shockwaves across the wrestling world. Reports from Fightful Select and Wrestling Observer went further, hinting at a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza on September 20th, with CM Punk and AJ Lee teaming up to face Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. That confirmation alone transformed this from a hot storyline into a full-blown war between two of wrestling's most powerful couples. Now let's take a step back and talk about AJ Lee herself, because her legacy in WWE is impossible to overlook. Debuting in 2009, AJ rose to superstardom by 2012, becoming one of the most captivating characters of the PG era with her unhinged persona and unforgettable storylines with Daniel Bryan, Kane, and of course, CM Punk. She held the Divas Championship 3 times, with a record-setting 295-day reign that redefined what the title could mean. She was named Diva of the Year multiple times, was Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Woman of the Year 3 years running, and her natural chemistry with Punk made them one of WWE's most beloved duos on-screen and off. After retiring in 2015, AJ went on to become a best-selling author and an executive producer for Women of Wrestling, but the chance for her never stopped. Fans have begged for her return for nearly a decade, and now, in her hometown of Chicago, alongside her husband, it's finally happening. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch's heel turn in 2025 has been nothing short of career-defining. Aligning with Seth Rollins and the Vision has brought back the vicious, ruthless side of Lynch that fans haven't seen in years. Her low blow at Clash in Paris and her slaps on Punk during Raw were more than cheap shots. They were deeply personal, rooted in resentment from the past, and they've set the stage for an emotional collision with AJ Lee. Adding to the drama, history shows that Becky and AJ didn't exactly start off on good terms when they first crossed paths in 2014, which makes this feud even more compelling. So, what does all of this mean? The upcoming Smackdown in Chicago isn't just another show. It's the return of AJ Lee after 10 years, in her hometown, standing side by side with CM Punk, ready to take the fight to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. The anticipation for WrestlePalooza is off the charts, with fans already debating whether this mixed tag match could be one of the biggest moments of the year. And if AJ steps back into the ring, her first match since 2015 could reshape the entire women's division. Some fans believe this could even spark a dream singles match between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, elevating the Women's Intercontinental Championship and delivering a rivalry that fans have been waiting for since the early 2010s. The WWE universe is buzzing. Social media is flooded with speculation, and everyone's asking the same question: how will AJ Lee's return change the landscape of WWE in 2025? Will Punk and AJ reign supreme as WWE's ultimate power couple, or will Rollins and Lynch prove that the Vision is unstoppable? One thing is for sure, Chicago SmackDown is about to be historic, and WrestlePalooza might just steal the year. So now it's your turn. What do you think happens next? Does AJ return to in-ring action and score a win for her team, or do Rollins and Lynch walk out with all the bragging rights? Drop your predictions in the comments below. We read every single one. And don't forget, hit that